edge of your sitting bones. Drawing the sacrum in and up, lift up through the central channel. Pull the elbows a little back so they're under the shoulders, and lift the upper arm bones and roll them back a little bit. Take your teacup hands, bring your fingertips down and press down onto the ground or your support, and root the outer hips and thighs down, and not to lean back. So keep your shoulders over your hips. Release the thighs down and lift the sides of the body up, outer hips to armpits, and then find that reverse C in the armpit chest, back of the armpit to the front of the armpit up, and your edge of the shoulder blades down. Rest your hands on your thighs. Palms can be up or down. Don't lose the lift of the chest. Yeah, don't lose the shoulders over the hips. So sit on blankets as needed so that your knees are level with your hips or lower. Draw the chin back a little and slightly down so the back of the neck is long like a swan. Let your gaze look down. And breathe deeply. Follow the breath at the tips of the nostrils. And then at the nasal passages at the back of the throat. Feel the breath moving in the sinus cavities of your face. And then drop down into the windpipe at the back of your throat. And imagine that you're smelling something delicious opening up. You can breathe freely. Feel the breath flowing down the windpipe of the throat into the chest cavity. Maintain the lift of the chest. Don't sink. More lift there, Kim. More lift of the chest. Chest up, 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 up. Yeah, that much. Try to breathe through your nose as best you can. Don't let your head drop. Just lift the base of the skull up off the top of the neck, and imagine you've got this lift like a string pulling you up, right? So maintain the open posture as you work with the breath. Can you feel the breath moving into your lungs, right and left? If you get sleepy, open your eyes a little bit and look down so that you don't fall asleep or lose your posture. Lengthen the inhale to about 5 seconds and the exhale to about 7 seconds. Inhaling for 5 seconds, exhaling for 7 seconds. As you inhale, the diaphragm moves down, the belly moves out, the lower ribs expand, the side and back ribs, the top chest and upper back. And then as you exhale, everything releases. You're creating space for the air to come in, and then you relax, and that reduces the space and the air goes out. One more breath like this, deep, full, resonant breath. And then we'll do our opening chant. We'll do Om together and call and response for the main part of the chant. So bring your hands into Namaste Mudra, prayer position. Press the thumbs into the sternum and lift the sternum bottom to top. Fingers point straight up. Seal the hands completely, fingers together. Lift your upper arm bones and roll your upper arms back, firming the shoulder blades on your back. Take your tailbone a little towards your pubis. Lift your pelvic floor. Widen along your sides of your diaphragm and draw the sides of the waist back so you have support of the bandhas. And then we'll take a big breath in and chant Om together. Exhale and inhale to begin. Om. Sahana bhavatu. Sahanau bhunaktu. Sahaviryam karavavahai. Tejasvi navaditam astu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take a deeper breath, lift your heart. As you exhale, bow your head to your heart. Bring your chin down towards your chest and release your hands down to your thighs and pause here for a few breaths. Root the outer hips and thighs down. Lift the sides of the body up. Lift the center of the body up. Soften the front of the throat. Bring the windpipe, the trachea, towards the back of the neck and the sides of the throat towards the back of the neck. As you release the muscles at the back of the neck, release your head over from the base of your neck at the top of your shoulders. Let your chin come all the way down. Yep. Keep the lift of the chest, upper arm bones back. So this is a soft throat seal, Jalandhara Bandha. Curl the tip of the chin in towards the notch at the clavicles. Release the base of the skull away from the top of your neck. And let the energy from your brain, eyes, and other senses descend and come down into your heart center. So come out of your thinking brain and arrive in your sensing and feeling body. And then with your eyes closed on an inhale, slowly curl up the back of your neck and pull your chin back a little so the ears are over the shoulders. And then with your eyes closed, raise your gaze so that when you do open your eyes, you'll be looking straight ahead. Move the eyes to the back of your head and drop down again into your heart center. And feel your heart center expanding at the back of your body, the sides of the body, and the front of the body in all directions, up and down as well. And then allow your eyelids to gently float open. Okay, so we'll do our floor poses first. So when you lie down, make sure you have enough room over your head so that you can extend your arms overhead and not touch the wall. And then bring your arms back down at your sides and come to Shavasana and rest. And if you know you need support under your arms when you take your arms overhead, you can put your support there so it's ready. But first, rest in Shavasana, the corpse pose, for a few breaths. And as you do so, let your feet fall a little bit apart, release your inner thighs, broaden your top chest and your shoulder blades, not to pull your shoulders to your ears or too much down to your hips, but let them be broad. So let your arms come out of their sockets, the legs come out of the sockets. So there's space in the joints of the hips and shoulders and the whole spinal column as well. See if you can find space in the between the vertebra from tailbone to the base of the skull and between the base of the skull and the top of the neck. And then also in the elbows and knees and wrists and ankles and toes and fingers and all the rib cage area. There are 37 joints in the rib cage. So create space and find that identify with the sense of spaciousness in your body rather than the density of the bones and the muscles. And then we'll begin to move into Tadagi Mudra, our first shape. Tadagi means empty lake, so that's referring to the hollowing of the abdomen. It's similar to Tadasana with the word Vahastasana, arms overhead. So roll your thighs in so your inner thighs meet the mat. Bring your legs all the way together. Extend the front of your ankle just a little bit without hardening the soles of your feet. And then bring your arms along your sides, palms down. And draw your belly a little bit in towards your spine so your tailbone curls a little bit up towards the ceiling and towards your pubic bone. From your elbows and knees, extend your fingers. Exhale, pull the belly again in toward the spine. And then as you inhale, take your strong straight arms up over your head. Keep your arms at least shoulder width apart, if not wider. And then reach your legs down away from your hips and reach your arms and let your arms pull your ribs up away from your hips. And you let your legs pull your hips away from your ribs. So you have more space between your hips and your ribs. And you create a hollowing sensation in your abdomen. And be here and breathe long, slow breaths, inhaling for about 5 seconds and exhaling for about 7 seconds. Maintain the firmness of the elbows and knees. And as you exhale, draw the lower belly in towards the spine. And continue for a couple more breaths here. So you're basically putting your body in a shape and breathing into that shape. So you're moving the energy in a certain way, which is the blood, the lymph, the nervous system, and the more subtle aspect of the breath. All these things, including the muscles and the bones and so on. Now your next exhale, pull your belly in towards your spine, firm your elbows and knees, and inhale, raise your arms up to the ceiling, and exhale, lower your arms down to your sides, and then bend your knees up one by one. Bring your feet hip width distance apart and parallel. Turn your palms to face in so that the pinky side of the hand is down. And then lift and roll your shoulders under one by one. So you scoot your shoulder blades a little more together and you feel this lift in your chest. So press the outer edge of the upper arms down and let the armpit chest lift up. You'll feel a curve like a low rainbow curve in your whole spine. And your pelvis rocks a little forward in a forward pelvic tilt, so that your lower back is arching off the mat. Now, you shouldn't have your feet so close that you can touch your heels, but go close enough to touch if you can, and then just move a little bit away. So you don't want to be too far away either, right? You want your feet parallel, and then press the outer edge of the upper arms down, press the inner edge of the feet down. Exhale, pull the belly in toward the spine to protect your lower back. And then as you inhale, lift your hips up in Dvipada Pitam, two-footed stool. Similar to bridge, but it's very peaceful. So just lift a comfortable amount up. Let the back of your neck soften and lengthen, and the front of the throat closes as in Jalandhara Bandha, the throat seal, which we did when we were sitting just now. So allow the neck to be relaxed and the jaw and the eyes and the face, and breathe here. Observe the firmness of your buttocks and the hamstrings right at the sit bones. Draw the hamstrings towards the sitting bones and take the buttocks towards the hamstrings. So the lower back lengthens. And then coming down, lift your hips up and slowly lower your spine down from top to bottom, vertebra by vertebra, like a chain link necklace. So keep your tail curled up as you lower your spine down, one vertebra at a time, top to bottom. And then you release your hips and let your hips roll forward into their natural forward tilt. And pause and breathe, and we'll do that again. So you can again roll your shoulders a little bit more under. So your arms are touching the sides of your body, right? And make sure you're not so close you're touching your heels with your fingertips. Palms face each other. Press the outer edge of the upper arms down so the chest lifts more. Press the inner feet down so the buttocks broadens away from the sides of the sacrum and the knees pull in a little bit. Exhale, pull the belly towards the spine a little to protect your lower back. And then inhale, lift your hips up, letting the back of your neck lengthen and the front of your throat soften. Once again, feel the firming of the buttocks and the hamstrings, the backs of the thighs. So the back of the thigh engages and draws up towards the sitting bones, which is the bottom of the buttocks. Now move the bottom of the buttocks towards the backs of the knees, right? And you close that sandwich of the thigh and the buttock as you lift the hip up. Let the back of your neck lengthen, front of the throat soften. Maybe you lift up a little higher if that's comfortable for you. And this time, coming down, widen your inner thighs, relax your buttocks a little, and find the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, and slowly lower your tailbone and sitting bones down so your inner groin softens and spreads. And you just gently lower your hips down without hardening your lower back. And pause and breathe. Okay, so we'll do that one more time and you can come down with either method. So once again, scoot the shoulder blades under, scoot the upper arms under so the shoulder blades come together. Make sure you're not touching your heels, but your feet are close to your buttocks. And you extend your arms and fingers. Press the outer edge of the upper arms down so the chest lifts. Feel the forward pelvic tilt in your pelvis. So you have that rainbow curve in your whole spine. As you exhale, pull the belly in towards the spine. Press into your inner feet as you inhale, come up. And observe the engagement of the hamstrings right at the top by the sitting bones. And the buttocks, the bottom of the buttocks is the sitting bones. Move that towards the backs of the knees as you take the hamstrings from the backs of the knees towards the sitting bone to close that sandwich at the buttocks there, to lift the hips. Let the back of the neck lengthen, front of the throat soften. Let your eyes be relaxed, your jaw and face. And if it's comfortable, you can press into the heels a bit more to roll yourself towards the tops of the shoulders a bit more. And then coming down, you can come down vertebra by vertebra, top to bottom, keeping the hips up and move the buttocks towards the backs of the knees. Or you can release the inner thighs and buttocks and slowly lower the inner groin and tailbone and sitting bones down. Or you can do a little combination of both of those. Now turn your palms down and lift your shoulders off the mat and roll them towards each other in the front of your chest. Collapse your chest, roll your hips back, keep your palms on the ground. Don't lift your palms up. Just roll your shoulders up towards each other and sink your chest. And roll your hips back now in a pelvic tuck. So your lower back is pressing down, but the sitting bones and tailbone curl up. Exhale all the air out, and then roll your head and shoulders up and gaze to your belly button in Nabi Darshanam. Lillian, bring your feet a little closer together and further from your buttocks, just a little. Yeah. And breathe here. So your breath is a little constricted, but you're breathing into your upper chest and upper back, abdominal crunch. And then inhale and slowly release your head and shoulders down. Exhale, let your arms come out to the side for Shavasana, palms up, extend your legs one by one, let your feet and inner legs come apart and take a couple of breaths in Shavasana, corpse pose. And see if you can lengthen your inhale to 5 seconds and your exhale to 7 seconds. See if you can breathe through your nose. As you lengthen the breath, make it long and thin and peaceful as you're able. So then we'll go to Pavanamuktasana. So you roll the inner thighs down to the mat, bring the legs together, bring the arms along the sides, palms down from the waist. Bend your knees one by one, feet together now. Okay, and then roll your hips back. So you're pressing your lower back down, pelvic tuck, not tilt, and your sitting bones and tailbone curl up. So your lower back is firm on the mat. Take your right knee in towards your chest, interlace your fingers and hold your shin just below your knee with your two hands. Flex your right foot. Now press your lower back into the mat and at the same time, push your right knee and shin forward into your two hands until your arms straighten. So push your right knee away from you, Shikweza, until your arms straighten. Yes, like that. So you're pushing your leg forward, pressing your lower back down. Your left foot will get light. Lift your left foot an inch off the mat, and then extend your left leg out and lower it down onto the mat. So you're straightening out your left leg. And reach and stretch the front of your left leg. You can point the foot just a little bit. Take a breath, and as you exhale, relax your right leg, soften the crease of the groin, and let your right leg fall now into your abdomen. Your elbows will bend. Let the top of your buttocks, at the top of your hip, move down towards the bottom of your buttocks at the sitting bone, and your lower back should lengthen and come onto the mat. Let the sitting bone travel along the back of the thigh towards the back of the knee as you compress the leg into your abdomen and pull the knee up towards your chest. Extend the front of the left leg, press it down, flex the right foot. Exhale, roll the shoulders towards each other, curl your head and shoulders up off the mat, and bring your chin, nose, forehead towards your knee, and breathe. Okay. And then inhale, lower your head and shoulders down. Exhale, let your right leg fall forward. Press your lower back into the mat. So your lower back rocks back, your belly is firm, and you push your leg forward. Now your left foot will get light again. Float your left leg up, bending the knee. Place the left foot down. Place the right foot next to the left foot. Bring the left knee into the chest. Okay. Roll your hips back, right? Press your lower back down. And then let your left leg fall forward and press it into your firmly interlaced fingers until your arms straighten. Your hips are rolling back. Your right foot gets light. And extend and float your right leg out on the mat. And extend the front of the right leg from the crease of the groin to the knee to the top of the foot. Right foot points, left foot flexes. Then as you exhale, relax your left leg and let it fall into your abdomen. So let the top of your hip, especially on the left side, move down towards the bottom of the buttocks, and the bottom of the buttocks at the sitting bone move along the back of the thigh towards the back of the knee as you compress the left leg into your abdomen, which is hollow, as in Tadagi Mudra, and pull the knee in towards the chest. Firm the right leg, press the inseam of the right leg down, exhale all the air out, roll the shoulders up, and then bring the head up, chin, nose, forehead towards the knee, and breathe here. And then inhale, release the head and shoulders. Exhale, let the left leg fall forward again into your arms till your arms straighten. So keep your interlace. Push your leg forward, roll your hips back, right? So press your lower back down, firm your waist. Feel how your right foot gets light when you do that. Bend your right leg, place it flat on the mat, and then release your left leg next to your right. And then extend your arms out to the sides and extend your leg and come back into Shavasana, the corpse pose, and take a couple of long, thin breaths. The next pose that we'll do is Supta Vajrasana, and we come into it from Tadagi Mudra. Roll the inner thighs to the mat, bring the legs together, extend the front of the legs, firm the knees, bring the arms along the sides, palms down, firm the elbows and knees, exhale, pull the belly to spine. Keep your arms firm as you inhale, take your arms over your head, as in Tadagi Mudra, right? Reach your arms and stretch. So if you don't have enough room, Shikweza, if you can, move down a little. Yeah, so you can really engage your arms. Yeah. And your fingers too. Fingers are also engaged to engage your arm muscles. Yeah, and the backs of the hands are on the ground. That's it. Get long and lean. Now exhale, you roll your hips back. Try to press your lower back down into the ground. Bend your knees up one by one or together, but keep your lower back pressed down. Don't lose that. And then you cross the feet at the ankles. Flex your feet. So you hook your feet, pull your knees apart and in towards the sides of your body, keeping your lower back down, but your tailbone and sitting bones can curl up. Reach your arms and breathe. Keep pressing the lower back down, and also find your lower front ribs and bring those down and press your lower back ribs down, kidney area. Change the cross of your feet. Pull the feet apart as you hook the feet. Pull the knees apart. Draw the knees in towards the chest and breathe. Now inhale, raise your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, wrap your arms around your two knees. Relax your feet. Keep your feet crossed at the ankles. Draw the knees just a little closer towards each other, and then draw the knees in towards the sides of the body. And compress your legs for a moment, a couple of breaths. And then to come up, you raise your feet up, lift your head up, tuck your chin, raise your feet up, and then you tuck your feet and roll up to sit. Good. Okay, and then we'll come to standing. So you're going to extend your arms. Try not to use your arms on the ground if you can. You can change the cross, uncross. You're going to reach your arms forward. Might have to do it a couple of times. Yes, Robin. That's okay. That's cheating is good. Totally fine. Okay, any way you can. Yes, Shakweza, that's right. Very good. Okay, so now we do our standing 5 directions of the spine, which are also for your opening of the lung channels. So stand in Samastitihi, even standing, with the feet and legs all the way together, and your arms pulling down at your sides. Lift your chest, tuck your tail a little, pelvic tuck, firm your knees, firm your elbows, draw your chin back a little, and open the gaze, soft gaze. Okay, so the first thing is Ardha Kati Chakrasana. I won't mirror since we're on both sides of the room. Inhale, take your right arm forward and up alongside your ear. And get long here. Exhale, give a little pelvic tuck. Pull your left arm down, right arm up. Take an inhale and get more length on your right side. Exhale, slide your left arm a little down. Lift your chest. Be here and breathe. Oh, breathe into the right side ribs. Open the right side lung channel and breathe. Turn your palm more, Robin. Yeah, and your arm. Firm your arm and lift. Yeah, lift the side of the body. And now inhale, you reach up. Exhale, you take your arm out to the side, turn your palm in as you come down. Inhale, you raise your left arm forward and up. Exhale, pelvic tuck strongly. Take your tailbone forward. Inhale, lift more on your left side. Pull your right arm down, and as you exhale, slide down a little bit. Lift your chest and breathe. Keep your arm and your ear towards each other. Lift your chest, Erica. Come on, lift your head up. Lift your arm, lift your chest, your head up, head up. Yes. Now lift your arm up, thumb up too. Bring your thumb in towards your index. Lift the sides of the body up and lean a little towards Susan, towards me. Yes, yes. And breathe into the left side ribs. Inhale, you reach up, and exhale, lower the arm and turn the palm down. Kati Chakrasana. Inhale, you raise your arms out to the side. Draw your shoulder blades down. Look right and left. Lillian, look at your right arm. Yeah. Firm your elbows. Shoulder blades firm on the back. Pull the shoulder blades down, elbows up. Firm your knees. Firm your waist. Tuck your tail. Exhale and bend your right elbow. Bring your hand under your left collarbone. Inhale and turn to your left. Look back at your left hand. Pull your left hip a little forward so that you're turning from your ribs and abdomen, not so much from your hips. And breathe into your left chest under your right hand. See if you can feel those ribs opening as you inhale and releasing back down as you exhale. Lower your left arm, Robin, a lot. Lift your right elbow. There you go. And turn more. And look back. There you go. Turn your ribs too. Yes. And then coming out of this, you inhale, extend your right arm and come all the way back to the center. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Hand is under the right collarbone. Inhale, you turn to the right, looking back at your right hand. Pull your right hip a little forward. So you're turning more from your ribs and waist than your hips. Look at your right hand. Breathe into your right chest under your left hand. Observe the ribs moving. Take your hand a little more towards the armpit, Audrey. Yes. And also Kim. Yeah. And Susan. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then inhale, you open your left arm out to the side, coming back to the center. Exhale, lower your arms. Ardha Chakrasana, half moon. You take your hands on your hips, fingers down, heels of the hands on the tops of the hips. Thumbs can come a little bit forward. Firm your knees a lot. Tuck your tailbone down a lot. Lift your chest a lot. Push your hips forward over your toes. Lift your toes, spread your toes, lower your toes, push your hips forward again. Lift the center of the body, lift the sides of the body. You can keep your chin down or lift your chin, lifting your chest and your gaze. And then think of opening the front of the body, tailbone forward. Breathe. Into your top chest. Tailbone forward, Erica. Tailbone. Push your hips forward. Yes. And chest up, 6 inches up. Yes. Good. And then push your hips back. Bring your chest back and head back and extend your arms down. So then it's Urdhva Hastasana. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms down from your elbows, from your waist, tailbone down, from your knees, thighs up. Inhale, you take your arms forward and up. Squeeze your elbows and triceps in. Lift the sides of the body up. Look down, chin down a little. Shift your weight towards the balls of your feet and slowly lift your heels up. Not too high, maybe an inch. Try to roll the tops of the feet towards each other and keep the inner edges of the feet together as you're able. And breathe here. Squeeze the elbows in. Lift the arms and ribs up. Now, when you're ready to come down, find your front ribs and draw them towards your back ribs a little. Undo your fingers. And then as you lower your arms, you lower your heels down at the same time. And then the last one is Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Turn your palms back now. Lift your upper arm bones and roll them back. Firm the shoulder blades on the back, lifting the chest. Take a pelvic tuck. Firm your knees. Inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, feel the waist drawn back, keeping the lift of the chest. Once again, inhale, lift the chest. And then as you exhale, push your buttocks back, chest, chin forward, like you're doing up dog or cobra in your upper body. And just come to where it's comfortable for you and you can feel a stretch in your hamstrings. Shift your weight a little towards the balls of the feet. Head up, Lillian. Head up, Kim. Head up. Look forward. Yep. Eyes forward. Breathe here. Stick your butt out. Lift the sitting bones up. Good. And then inhale, you stand upright, turn your palms in and begin to breathe in and out a few times, soft eyes. See if you can lengthen the breath. Inhaling for 5 seconds, exhaling for 7 seconds. Okay, and then we're going to do some sun salutation variations from this Yoga Asana Sangraha collection. So you come towards the front of the mat, but stay 12 to 18 inches back. So you have space to bring your arms down there. And stand again in Samastitihi. Couple of breaths in and out. Straight elbows. Yeah, Erica, good. Pull the elbows down and back. Inner elbow, outer elbow. Pull down to the wrists. Pull the wrists down. Pull the arms back more. Yes, and pull the shoulder blades down and lift the chest up as you bring the shoulder blades together in the back. Yes, pull the waist in and buttocks down. Yes, good. Now lean your upper body back, everything back a little, Erica, towards your heels. Yes, good. Okay. Now, inhaling, you take your arms forward and straight up. Stay shoulder width apart. Be here and breathe. This is Urdhva Hastasana in Tadasana. Firm your knees, buttocks down. Lift the ribs up. Lift the sides of the body up. Reach up. Now, as you exhale, you're going to take your swan dive, buttocks back, chest, chin forward to Ardha Uttanasana. Turning your palms up, reach back. Good. Inhale, you bend your knees and you lift your heels up and bring your hands on the mat. So you're leaning your weight into your hands and they're a little bit forward of your knees. Exhale, you step or jump back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now, if that's too much for you, you can always bend your knees, keep your toes curled under if possible, and push your buttocks back towards your heels, right? In like a child's pose variation with the toes curled under, and you're still a little active in your arms if possible. If not, you can always rest your arms. Otherwise, be in down dog. And breathe. Take your arms a little wider, Kim. Yeah, even wider. There you go. Turn your hands a little out. Yes, good. And then coming forward back into that low squat, you can step or jump and keep your heels up, feet together, buttocks down on your heels. Come to your fingertips, head up. Take your arms back, roll your shoulder blades together. Extend your arms, draw your waist in. Exhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Half forward bend, head up, look forward, eyes open. Inhale, turn your palms and reach up. Now you can stay with your arms shoulder width and looking straight ahead, or you can take your head back, lift your armpit chest up and look up and head back, and then even palms together if you can keep your arms straight. Exhale, lower your arms, coming back to Samastitihi. We'll do that one more time. Inhale the arms forward and up. Again, you can look up, head back, palms together, or just look straight ahead, shoulder width. Exhale, you come to Ardha Uttanasana, a half forward bend. Chest up more, Robin. Yes. Roll your shoulder blades together and take your armpit chest forward, Robin, towards the middle of the room. Lean into the middle, lean forward. Yes, that's it. Now inhale, you come to the squat, heels up, weight is in the hands. Exhale, you can either hop or step back into downward facing dog, or you can go into that child's pose variation. Firm your triceps in towards each other. Lift your elbows up and in, broadening the shoulders. Push down into the palms of the hands from the shoulder blades. Push forward into the fingers from the base knuckles of the fingers. Draw the kneecaps up, inner and outer. Take the roots of the thighs back at the inner groin and at the outer hips, and breathe. Coming forward, you lift your head up, look between your hands, lift your heels, and either hop or step into that, yes, low squat. Yep, come to your fingertips. Head up, take your arms back, shoulder blades together, and then look forward. And as you exhale, you unfold your legs into Ardha Uttanasana. Turning your palms as you inhale, you reach up, either look straight ahead or up, and exhale and lower your arms. Samastitihi. Good. Okay, so now we'll take it to the next level, okay, of difficulty. So feet and legs together, palms face back. Now, as you inhale, you're going to take your arms forward and up and lift your heels up just an inch. Keep your heels up. As you exhale, you bend your knees and sit on your heels in low Utkatasana. Draw your shoulders back, knees a little forward, and balance for a moment. Inhale, you take your hands down. Weight is in the hands. Exhale, you step or hop, high plank. High plank now. Straight arm chaturanga. Good. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, you bend your elbows. At some point, you can lower your knees and you bring yourself all the way down. Tuck your chin. Bring the forehead down. Point the feet. Breathe in and out in the pose of surrender, which means really surrender the contents of your brain to the moment. Then you curl your toes under. Firm your knees up. Press your tailbone down. Lift your head up a little. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Firm your arms in. Firm your legs. Firm your waist. Exhale. Push up into downward facing dog. And breathe. Spread the palms, push down and forward into the fingers, lift the triceps in and up, elbows stay strong and straight. And then pull the roots of the thighs back from the inner groins and the outer hips. Lift the thighs up from the kneecaps. Get the weight back into your legs as you're able. Coming forward, you lift your heels, look between your hands, and either step or hop into that low Utkatasana. You're going to sit on your heels and take your arms forward. So you draw your knees a little forward and shoulders a little back. Now coming up, look at something that doesn't move on the floor. Drop your heels back a little, start to raise your arms, and then you lift up, keeping the heels up. Exhale, the arms come out to the side as you lower the heels down. Good. All right. So we'll do it again. One more time. With enthusiasm. With or without your long shirts on. Okay. You have to have a bra top on. Okay. Now, getting warmer. Okay. Palms face back. Firm elbows and knees. As you take your arms forward and up, you lift your heels up off the mat, just an inch. Okay, as you exhale, you're going to bend your knees, lowering your arms to parallel. Sit on your heels, draw your shoulders back, knees a little forward to balance. Then you take your hands down, inhaling. Exhale, you'll step or jump to high plank. Push up. Firm elbows and knees, firm waist. Take a breath. As you exhale, you lower yourself down. slowly. And then bring your forehead down, tuck your chin, point your toes, breathe in and out, and surrender your woes. Then curl your toes under, firm your knees and thighs up, press your tailbone down, lift your head and shoulders a bit up. Bring your hands under your shoulders, firm your arms in, firm your waist and legs. Exhale, push up, down dog. Breathe. Remember, you can always go to that child's pose. Lift your thighs up, pull your legs back, firm your elbows and triceps. Press down into your hands from your shoulder blades. Make your legs really strong. Pull the hips back, any amount, away from your ribs. Coming forward, you lift your heels, shift your weight, look between your hands, hop or step into that low Utkatasana. Sitting on the heels. Come to your fingertips. Take your arms up, shoulders back, knees a little forward. Balance for a moment. Coming up, you start to take your arms up, heels a little back as you come up with the heels up, and then you lower your arms and heels at the same time. Very good. We're going to do one more type of sun salutation. Let us see. Okay. So, and we'll do it 2 times, and that'll be done. Then that's it. Okay. So now you're forewarned is forearmed. Palms face in. Can't remember. Inhale, take your arms up. Again, you can bring your arms together or just look straight ahead. Exhale, you're going to do that swan dive. This time you're going to come with your fingertips on the ground. Shift your weight a little forward, head up. Extended Utkatasana. Sorry, Uttanasana. Extended back forward bend. And then from here, you'll step or jump back into that high plank. Now from here, you're going to lower your knees down. Okay, now stick your buttocks out. For a moment, push back into that child's pose position with your toes curled under. And then coming forward, bend your elbows. So now coming up, bend your elbows so your forearms start to go towards the ground. Keep your chest chin up. Move your chest chin forward. You don't have to go all the way down. And then you're going to unfold your legs and come into a low cobra. Yeah. So point your feet. Draw the outer ankles in. Press the tops of the feet down, lift the knees up. Take the tailbone down towards the pubic bone. Lift the pubic bone up towards the sternum. And then with your hands under your shoulders, your lower front ribs move a little forward. Lift your hands off the ground for a moment. Elbows more back, Lillian. Pull your hands back more. Hands back, there, like that. Now press the tops of the feet down, lift the knees up. Yes, and lift your hands up. Hands up, yes. Now you can lower the hands down and push up into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths, firm elbows and knees. Squeeze the elbows in and up. Lift the kneecaps up, and from the roots of the thighs, pull back. Inner groin back, outer hips back. Pull the sides of the waist back towards the hips. Let the head release. Breathe freely. Okay, now you're going to step or jump your feet forward and stand up. Not stand up, but come to the concave back, extended back Uttanasana. So you don't go to the squat. Yes, head up, look way up. Good. Come to Ardha Uttanasana. Good. And then inhale, turn your palms and come all the way up. And exhale, lower your arms. Good. Okay, not terrible, right? We'll do it one more time. Okay. Inhale, you take your arms forward and up. Remember, you can take your head back if you like, palms together. Exhale, you swan dive. Bring your hands all the way down. Shift your weight towards your feet, head up. And then exhale, you step or jump into a high plank. Firm your legs, firm your arms, take a breath. And then as you exhale, just lower your knees. Now stay here. Push back towards your heels. Okay? Yes. Now, as you come forward, you bend your elbows and move your chest more forward. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Then you're going to extend your legs, pull your hands back under your, so they're right beside your lower ribs. Yeah, elbows are more or less under your wrists. Press the top of the feet down, lift the knees up, press the tailbone down, take the sitting bones towards the backs of the knees, and then lift your head and shoulders up. Yes, and the hands can come off the ground. Yes, then you curl the toes under and lift your thighs up and push back into down dog. Remember, you can always go into that child pose again if needed. From the elbows and triceps. Press down and forward into the hands and fingers. Lift the hips up and take them back from the legs. Lift the thighs. Breathe. And coming out, you shift your weight. Look between your hands. Step or lightly hop. Come to your fingertips. Ardha Uttanasana. Well, like extended back. Then you're going to inhale, come up to Ardha Uttanasana, exhale there. Chest way forward, lean into your toes. Yes, way forward, good. Turning your palms as you inhale, buttocks down, pubic up, head up, chest up. Exhale, lower your arms. Very good, okay? Hey, pretty good. Not terrible, right? Easy enough, but challenging, right? Yes, maybe, okay. So now we'll do our standing poses. It is standing week, so Erica, maybe you come here just for this one so that folks on Zoom can see me. Yeah, over here. And I'll go over here. Okay. So now you can scatter yourselves a little so you're not directly behind one another so you can see me and I can see you. You're going to turn to face me this way and stand in the middle of your mat. We have 5 standing poses that we will do. Okay. Feet and legs together in Samasthiti, even standing. Pull your arms down, lift your chest up. Prepare. Feet and legs all the way together. Standing up. Yeah, good. Push your left thigh in and back. Yes, and lift the side body up. Lift up. Yeah, do not sink. Yep, good. Fingertips together, step or jump. Wrists over ankles. Feet parallel. Good. Firm your thighs. Lift your kneecaps up. Press into your outer feet. Look at your feet. See that they're parallel. Exhale, take your hands to your waist. This is twisted Trikonasana. Lift and roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest, firm your thighs. Take an inhale. As you exhale, push your buttocks back, chest chin forward as in Ardha Uttanasana. And I will mirror you now. So you're going to take your right hand to your left inner ankle. If you need to bring the hand on the ground, you can do that. You can bring it to the knee. Don't try to go too low. Sorry, I said inner ankle. Go higher. So look at me, Audrey. So you want your torso parallel to the ground and in between your thighs. Pull your right hip out to the side and back as you extend your torso. Roll your top shoulder back. Turn your head to look up. And then maybe you take your top arm up. Maybe you don't. Breathe. If your shoulder bothers you, don't take your top arm up. Breathe. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good. 4, 5. Now you untwist both hands to hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale there. Strong legs, firm waist. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, buttocks back, chest chin forward. Now with the left hand can go to the knee, the thigh, the ankle. Pull the left hip out to the side and back. Extend the torso, be in between your thighs. Roll the top shoulder back, head up. Maybe you take the top arm up, maybe you don't. Breathe. Lean back this way, so you're in the middle of your legs. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, try to stay parallel. Good. Higher up, Katie, higher. Go higher till your head is in line with your buttocks. Higher, there. That's it. Okay, untwist, hands to hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale. So it's really a strengthening pose, right? So you don't want to be down here. You want to be up here, right? Okay, that makes sense? Okay, step or jump. Samasthiti. Take a breath. Then it's Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Once again, step or jump. Wrists over ankles. Lower your arms. Turn your right leg out, left foot in a little heel to heel or instep. Okay. Take a breath, lift your chest. As you exhale, you're going to slide, extend your torso towards the orange wall. Let your top hip roll down a little so you can do that forward bend. Now find your bottom hip, your right buttock, move it forward. Take your head back to be in line with your bottom buttock. And then turn your ribs and chest up towards the ceiling. Look up and then take the top arm up if that's comfortable and breathe. Good. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Firm buttocks and thigh. 4. Buttocks. Yes. Okay. 5. Now coming up, you lower your top arm and you slide up, right? They're trying to use your torso. So what you don't want to do is this, Kim. See how my torso is here and my buttocks here? So you want to stay more in the same line, okay? So just don't go so low if you lose that, okay? Change legs, turn your left leg out, right foot in heel to heel or in step. Arms along your sides. Back foot turns in a little more, Lillian. Yeah, so that hip can roll in a little so you can do that forward bend, okay? Keep your torso this way, arms at your side. As you exhale, slide your hand down, move your hips towards the orange wall. Let that top hip roll down a little so you can do that forward bend. Then you find the bottom buttock, you move it forward. This bottom buttock forward, head back. Occiput and sacrum in the same line. Then you turn the ribs, the chest, the head, and then maybe you take the top arm up and breathe. Yes. 1, 2. That's straight up. 3, 4, 5. Take the bottom arm down. Take both hands to your hips. Or just slide it up. That's fine. Yeah, good. So there's 2 methods I was combining. Turn your feet, step or jump, Namaste. Good. Okay. Chest up, arms down, legs firm. Next one is Utthita Parsvakonasana. Fingertips together, step or jump. Now you're going to go a little wider, so it's more like your fingertips over your heels instead of your wrists over your heels. You can relax your arms for a moment, hands to hips. Bend and turn your right leg out, left foot a little bit in, not too much. Then you bend your right leg, right thigh working towards parallel. Now you extend your arms, turn your head and look to your right, take a breath. Now as you exhale, reach out to the right and get long on the right side. You're just going to drop your right arm down, fingertips, just turn your palm to face me and fingertips lightly touch, left arm straight up. Take your right buttock forward, bottom buttock forward and lean back in your head. Turn your head and look up if you can, breathe. If it's too much, you can rest the forearm on the thigh, but you're working your strength. 3, 4, 5. And then inhale, use your arms, come up, straighten your leg, and see if you can keep your arms extending. If you need to rest your arms, you can. Turn your legs, heel to heel. Bend your left leg, look to the left. Get long on the left side as you reach out and just drop the left arm down, right arm up. If you need to rest the forearm on the thigh, you can do that, but try to use your legs. Breathe. Top arm more up, Robin. 1, towards your ear more. 2, that's it. 3, buttock forward, lean back into your knee. 4, 5, good. Inhale, you come up, straighten your leg, turn, step or jump, feet together, Namaste. Good. Strength and balance. Some flexibility is there as well. Okay. Pull the arms back, chest up, buttocks down, feet and legs together. Okay. And then the next one is Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward bend. Does not matter if your head touches. Okay. Feet together, step or jump. Wrists over ankles and then a bit wider. Don't go so wide you lose your legs. You can bend your knees for this one as needed. Exhale, hands to hips, feet parallel. Strong legs. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades in a little and down. Exhale, push your buttocks back, take your chest chin forward. Here's where you can bend and widen like a wide-legged horse stance as needed. Then you're going to take the fingertips down. Inhale, buttocks back, chest chin forward like an Ardha Uttanasana. Look at me, Robin. Lift your chin. Look at me, Lillian. Lift your head. Chin forward, chest forward, and then come on, lean into your feet, into your toes more. Yes. Now exhale, and you can walk your hands back and just release your head down. If you need to bend and widen your knees to do it, you can do that. But don't worry about like I have to get my head down. Just be there and breathe, Susan. That's it. And work on straight legs. Palms flat, Kim. Palms flat. Good. Yes, pull your hands back more, Audrey. Tell your wrists are under your elbows, like a bent arm chaturanga. Yeah, that's it. Hands back more. Yeah. Hands back more. Yes. Now drop your head, tuck your chin. Yes. Squeeze your elbows in a little, Audrey, and lift your shoulders up as you take your head down. No, head down. Yeah, like that. Not forward, but down. Good. So this goes down. This is the center. This is the side. It goes up. This goes up as this comes down. Yes, and use your hand. Good. Okay. Now, inhale, coming to concave back and come up on your fingertips, getting ready to come up. Don't move your legs. Okay. Oh, Katie, you cheater. But the lesson, Katie, is don't go so wide. Next time to come down. Remember, this is different than like Iyengar and stuff like that. Okay. Firm your legs. Head up. Come on. Head up. Head up. Head up. Look at me. Look at me, Erica. Come up to the fingertips. Yes, you're getting ready to come up. Firm your waist and legs. Hands to your hips. Inhale, come up. Lift your pubic and descend your buttocks. Good. Exhale. Yeah, so your legs got too wide, okay? So next time, don't go so wide. Even if your head is nowhere near the ground, doesn't matter, okay? Feet and legs together, Samasthiti. It's about using your legs are stable, and then your pelvis is moving around your femur bones, right? So you're getting used to how to work your body in that way. So the last one, Parshvottanasana. This one can be the most tricky, but also it's good and fun. So step or jump. So about the same distance as Trikonasana, wrists over ankles. So now exhale, take your hands to your hips, bend and turn your right leg out, left foot in a little. So you're facing the orange wall, okay? Now extend your arms down, firm your legs, turn your palms out. Inhale, raise your arms up, firm your outer hips and waist. If you can, you look up. As you exhale, you're going to go to Ardha Uttanasana, arms out to the side, turn your palms back, and extend your torso forward over your front leg. Press into the inner front foot, outer back foot. Now, grab your right wrist with your left hand. You can bend the front leg, keep the back leg straight. Shift and turn the abdomen. See if you can come right over your right leg. And then you work on, once you get your head down on your shin, you can slowly work on straightening your front leg, drawing the outer right knee back to the outer right hip as you press into the inner front foot. Don't let the front foot come up. And then slowly straighten that leg as you're able. Breathe. Bend your front knee. Erica, come up higher, come way up. Higher, higher, higher. Now bring this hip back. Yes. And now come right over that leg. Tuck your chin. Let your head come down. Head all the way down. Good. Firm your waist, firm your thigh. Good. Now, coming up, you press into the inner front foot, outer back foot, and you extend your torso forward as you draw the outer right knee to the outer right hip and extend your arms back. Then you lift your torso up, turn your palms up. Just like we did in sun salutation. Now you turn to face the rope wall. Okay, left leg out, right foot in, little heel to heel. Okay, step your right foot leg more out. Kim, you're too narrow. Step towards Susan with your back foot. Yes. Turn your hips more. Turn your hips to face the rope wall. Turn your hips more, Lillian, to face the rope wall. Turn your hips in. Turn towards the props. Keep turning. Yeah. Step your back toes in more. Turn your foot in. Step your back foot closer to your front foot, Lillian. You're too wide. Step in. In more. Yes. Now turn your hips more. Yes. Inner front foot, outer back foot. Straighten your back leg, Lillian. The front leg can bend. Push the back leg back. Yeah, that's like your 10, you're pushing into that back heel. Push into the heel. Yeah. Don't go too wide. Yes. Turn your hips. Yes. Bend your front knee, Lillian, a lot. Now straighten your back leg, any amount. Yes. Keep turning the hips as you do that. Keep turning. Yes. Good. Now, you turn your palms out and reach your arms up. Firm your outer hips and waist. Take your head back and look up, like in the sun salutation. Exhale. You take your arms out and pull your arms back. Push your buttocks back as you take your chest, chin forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Turn your hips. Turn your hips more. Yes. Good. Then you're going to hold your left wrist with your left hand. Bend your front knee with your right hand. Bend your front knee. Don't hyperextend it. Shift and turn so you're coming over the front leg. Now bend the knee, the front leg, back leg straight. Take your head to your shin. Slowly. Firm your waist and hips. Press into the inner front foot. Outer back foot. Head to shin. Come on. Bend your knee more if you need to.
Yes. Yes. Shift your abdomen more over the thigh. Yes. Turning the hips. Good. And then you slowly, if you want to try to straighten your front leg, find the outer left knee and draw it up to the outer hip as you press into the inner left foot. Now, when you're ready to come up, press into the inner front foot, outer back foot. Get the weight into the back leg. Start to lift your torso and extend your arms like Ardha Uttanasana. Let go of the wrist. Not halfway. Ardha Uttanasana is halfway. Yes, chest up. Head up. Yes. That's working. Good. Now you can turn your palms as you come up. Reach your arms up. Keep your waist and hips firm. Look up, palms together. Yes. So when you come up, you take your arms this way, out to the side. Yes, good. And then you turn and face the middle and step or jump your legs. Very good. Okay. Yay. Isn't this fun? I know you love it. Okay, so now we'll switch positions again, Erica, and then we can do a sun salutation to this. Okay. So it's not much of a sun salutation. It's like 1/4 of a sun salutation. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Okay. But watch. Let's do it together, and then next time you'll know. So again, a little bit back, not to deep. Inhale, get your arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Come all the way down, hands down. You can bend your knees, you can widen your feet a little. This is the first full standing forward bend. Right, except for Parsvottanasana. Right. So you make it soft. Take a couple of breaths here. Yep. Yes. Pull your hand back a little, maybe if you're able. Yeah, head down, all the way. Let your head go. Don't hold the pose in your neck and brain. Robin, take your feet apart. Yeah, it's always easier with feet apart. So do that, always. Take your hands back towards your feet more. Yes, release your head and neck completely. Good, and work towards straightening your legs by pushing down into your heels and releasing your hamstrings up. So you're not just bending your knees, right? You're working towards straight. Good. Now, when you're ready to come to sit, bring your hands a little more forward, shift the weight into the hands, lift the heels, and step or jump back to down dog. Legs up. Yeah, so you went to plank pose. Don't do it again, and don't go to plank. Don't go to plank. Do it again. And so it's just this, Katie. Yeah. Okay. Keep your heels up when you land. Buttocks up. Yes, better. And it's just a hop. It takes much less effort than you're giving it. Okay. Now to come forward, shift your weight forward, look between your hands, and you can step or jump across the feet. Use your hands and extend your legs to something. Yes, very good. That's it. It's not a big deal.
You can get to it much better, different ways than
What?
you can get to doing that different ways than doing it that way.
Yes, this is just to give you more of the movement, keep your body warm and moving as part of the practice. Okay. So now it's Dandasana. Roll the front thighs in, broaden the backs of the thighs, bring the hands alongside the hips. Firm the knees. If you need to sit on support, do that. If your hips are hanging back like this, sacrum, then you need something to sit on, unless you can draw the sacrum.
Chiquazas, so not this, right? But this. See the difference? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you might need something to sit on. Sit on one blanket. Yeah. Good. Palms flat if you can. And push down, straight elbows, and lift the chest up. Straight arms. Okay. Heels, the hands down. Bring your hands more forward, Robin. Now push the heels of the hands down. Straighten your elbows. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other. In. So the inner elbows face forward. Any amount. Yes, any amount. Just like in down dog. Now lift the chest higher than the shoulders, like in up dog. And take your head down and look at your feet. More like down dog. Head down more, Robin. Head forward and down. Yes. Head down more. Yes. Shoulders back. Yes. Now lift the sides of the body up. Yes. Good. Look at your feet, Kim. Look at your feet, Kim. Your feet, not mine. That's right. Now that's Dandasana. Okay. Now we're going to go to Purvottanasana before we do Paschimottanasana, inclined plane, and we're going to do it with the feet flexed. So we use the hamstring. So you take your hands back. Okay. Fingers forward, 6 to 8 inches. Lean back. Lift the chest. So you take your, look at my ribs here. These go in and up like a hooter girl. Lift the chest, straight elbows, straight elbows, straight elbows. Chest up, 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches up. Good, now flex your feet. Dig your heels down, take your buttocks towards your feet, but don't point your feet. And lift your buttocks up, not your belly. Lift your chest. You can keep your chin tucked or let your head go back. Breathe. Yes, that's it, Robin. 1, buttocks up. 2, chest up. 3, take your chin up a little, Robin. 4, lift your buttocks more. 5, good. And don't drop when you come down. Slowly lower. Good. Okay. Now sit up in Dandasana again. Yep. Sit up in Dandasana. Good. Don't lean back, Lillian. Lean. So you're leaning back. It's the shoulders over the hips. More hands forward. Bring your hand. Yes. Now lift, push into your hands and lift your chest higher than your shoulders. Yes. Straight elbows. Yes. Look at your toes. Lean forward a little and take your big toes. Now you can use a belt. You can bend your knees. If this is not good for your back to bend forward, Robin, you just sit up, tuck your chin, okay? And look at me. You're leaning back, lean forward, more forward, more forward, more forward, more forward, okay? Now you can bend your knees a little. That's enough. And walk your hands a little more forward, right? Now shoulders down, elbows up, chest up, chin down. Head down, Robin. Head down, Robin. Head down. Head down. There. Now put the belt a little lower on the balls of the feet. Push the balls of the feet more forward. Yes. And those of you who are able to just exhale and relax your torso a little down. You don't have to go very far. It's not about going far. Just be in the shape and breathe. That's it, Robin. Head down more. And relax. It's easy. Yeah. That's it. Good. Now inhale, firm legs come up, exhale there. Hold the outsides of the feet. Repeat. Inhale up, and if you have the rope, you can just repeat again. Yeah, walking the hands a little closer. Good. Exhale. Think of lengthening your spine. Breathe. Good, Katie. 1, 2. Head down, Susan. Yes. 3. Good, Erica. Bring the thumb. Look here, Erica. In this dip here. Yeah. So you give a little pressure there. 4. And you can pull the outer feet back, push the inner feet a little forward. 5. And then inhale, you come up. And exhale, release. Good. Now we're going to come down into our Sarvangasana practice from here, and you can see how the forward bend translates into the shoulder stand practice. So come away from the wall so just scoot your body forward. You don't need to move your mat, okay? And then you sit in Dandasana, palms face down. Move your props away, okay? Then you have to tuck your tailbone under, point your feet a little bit. And then at some point, you take your arms with, and you go all the way back to Tadagi Mudra. Okay, Katie. Okay, good. Yes, be there and breathe. Back in Tadagi Mudra. Good. Yes, Erica. Good. Reach your arms and touch the wall. Yes. Now widen your arms. Good. And touch. Yes. And inner legs together. Extend the feet. Extend the legs. Yes, that's the pose. Good. Now, exhale, sink your waist any amount. Take your right leg up. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, point the foot as you come down. Press the lower back down. Firm the arms and legs. Press the right leg down as you raise the left leg up. Now flex the foot once you're up. Firm the knee and push the heel up. And then exhale, point the foot as you come down. Press the left leg down, and you can repeat. Right leg up. Now, when your right leg comes up, straighten your knee all the way, Lillian. Open the back of your right knee. So bring your right leg away from you more, Lillian. Push it away from your body, this way, towards me. There, now straighten the knee there. Yes, now exhale, lower and point as you lower. One more time on each leg. Yeah, keep the leg that's on the ground straight also, Kim. So don't let that knee pop up. Keep pushing the left knee down as you raise the right leg up. Point the left foot, Kim. Point the left foot, the one, yeah. And press the left thigh down. Press the whole leg down. Yes, and then lower the other leg down. So you're trying to keep both legs really strong and straight. Okay? Now, once you've done 3 times on each leg, raise your right leg up and take it towards your head side as much as you can. Inhale, take your arms up and hold your leg wherever you can, behind the thigh, the calf, or the foot. And if it's too challenging, you can bend your other leg. Yes, Erica, that's good. Point your foot, flex your foot, point and flex, circle the ankle, and then work on straightening your knee. Yes, good, good. Pull the leg a little closer towards you. Take your arms overhead. Exhale, lower that leg down. Keep your lower back firm. Press the left leg down, the right leg down, and raise the left leg up. Take it closer to the head side. Take your arms up and hold the leg. Pull it closer toward you. Point and flex, circle the ankle. Keep the knee straight, Shakweza. If you need to hold behind the thigh, hold behind the thigh. Yes, try to straighten the knee. If you're really tight or your back bothers, you can bend the other leg, okay? Yes, Erica, tuck your chin. Good, okay? Then you take your arms overhead and lower that leg down. Now sink your waist and raise both the legs up as you're able. Raise both the legs up, and you can do it one at a time. Bend your knees, raise your arms up, hold the outsides of the feet. Happy baby. Take your elbows on the insides of your legs. Elbows on the in, yes, and then wrap your hands around the top of the feet. Hold the outside. Flex the feet, widen the heels to the knees, and pull down so your knees come down alongside your sides of the body. Yes, yes. Who's saying that, Robin? I know that voice. Good. So keep your heels over your knees and then pull straight down. Yeah. So it's happy baby is bent. Yeah. Turn your arm. Yeah. So now you pull the heels back. Now keep your knees bent. Yes. Yes. And get your elbows on the insides of your knees so you can push your knees wider. Yes. And down. And don't break. Okay. Good. Now you work towards straight legs. Straight legs. Out to the side, holding the outsides of the feet. Or you can hold the calves or the knees. Take your hands on this way, Shakweza, instead of inside, outside. Then you can have your elbows on the ground. Bend your elbow, yes, like that. And then hold the legs, both hands. Yes, and straighten, come on, straighten. Push out through your heels, Shakweza, and straighten your knees. Yes, firm the knee, there you go. Yeah, good, okay, good. Now extend your arms through your legs and take your head and shoulders off the ground like Nabi Darshanam. Yeah, good. Now lower your torso down, arms overhead, bring your legs all the way together. Now you can stay here. Otherwise, you're going to take your arms up, curl your head and shoulders up. Palms are off the ground this time. And it's like Nabi Darshanam. Look at your belly. Yes, look at your belly. Yeah. Yes. Legs are too far back, Katie. There. Okay. Now from here, you can either just lower yourself down and be here or here, or you can go up into Sarvangasana. Shoulders down for 8 breaths. 8 breaths. Yes, Robin. Shakweza, do you want me to show you that again? Yes. Or yes, hands on the back. That's it. Good. Elbows in. Breathe. Good. 1, 2. Good, Erica. Move your buttocks back away from your head a little. Yeah, 3. That's it. Firm your knees. 4. Extend your inner feet. 5. Relax your face. 6. Good, Susan. Walk your hands more down your back if it feels comfortable. 7. If not, just stay where you are. Don't strain. 8. Good. Now we go to plow position. Don't turn your head if you're able. So you just start to lower your feet down behind your head, move your buttocks away from your face. Keep your hands on your back unless your feet touch. Then you can lower your arms down to the ground. Stay there for a few breaths. Robin, keep your hands on your back. Yes. And lift your legs higher up. That's it. Now move your buttocks away from your elbows more and more. Yeah, more and more towards the ground. Yes. Now straight legs over your head. Stop there. Breathe. Legs together. Legs straight. Yes. Like that. Yeah. That's where you're at. Slowly, you would move your feet closer to the rope wall, right? And your hips would come over your face more. Now, when you're ready to come out, you're going to come back through Nabi Darshanam, okay? So you bring your hands on the ground, and as your legs and buttocks come down, you roll your head up. Keep your palms down this time and head up. Nabi Darshanam. Legs straight, Robin. Legs straight. You can point the feet to get your knees straight. Yes. Good. Look at your belly button. Yes, Susan. Hands on the ground, Kim. Hands on the ground. Yes. Good. Now, lower your head and shoulders. Press your lower back down. Extend your inner feet and legs as you slowly lower your legs down to the ground. And if that's too much, yeah, you can do it with bent knees. Yeah, or one leg at a time even. Oh, come on, Susan. Ribs down. Yes, waist down. Yes, there you go. Good. Yes, and don't forget to breathe. Good. Now let's do a little fish, okay? So you can roll your arms underneath your body, hook your thumbs, sit on your forearms, palms down. Roll your shoulder blades together over your spine. Firm your legs. Press your elbows down, lift your chest up, and look at your feet. Everybody look at your feet. Look at me, Robin. Up, up, higher, 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 higher. Now lift your chest any amount. Yes. Now you slowly release your head back, and you don't have to let it fall. You can go long and then walk yourself back until your head touches. And it's light on the head. Most of the weight is on the arms, the forearms, the elbows, and the wrists and the hand. Breathe into your chest. Take the spine between your shoulder blades in toward your sternum. Find the shoulder blades and move them in towards the back ribs. Lift the back ribs towards the front chest. Now, when you're ready to come out, firm legs, press your elbows down, lift your head up, tuck your chin, and then lower yourself down. And then take your arms out and rest, or you can cradle your head and lift your head up with your arm strength if you need a little counter stretch for your neck. Now we're going to go into our Shavasana. However, we'll do 2 twists first, okay? First, we'll do windshield wiper twist, and then we'll do Garudasana twist. So go ahead and bend your knees up one by one. Bring your feet a little wider than your hips, and take your arms straight out from your shoulders and then a little down so they're not so high. So your shoulders relax. Now start to release your legs over to the right and keep your left shoulder down. And then inhale and raise your legs up. Come back to the center of your sacrum. You can roll back and forth a couple of times and adjust your sacrum and pelvis. And then again, release your legs over to the right and keep your left shoulder down. And inhale and you come up again. And you can roll a little side to side and adjust your sacroiliac and so on. And then let your knees again release to the right. Slow release. And let your head release to the left. Tuck your left shoulder a little more down. And just stay here for a couple of breaths. So your head releases opposite direction of your knees, like a little twist. Now you're going to inhale, raise your legs up, adjust your pelvis as needed, and then exhale, you're going to take your knees to the left, keeping your right shoulder down. And inhale, you come up. And let the coming down be a slow release. And coming up too is slow engagement. So you release your legs to the left, keeping the right shoulder down. And then inhale, you raise your legs to come up. And then the last time we'll hold it, right? So then you're going to again release the legs to the left, keeping the right shoulder down. And the legs are apart, the windshield wiper. And then you turn your head to the right. You can tuck your right shoulder a little more down if needed. Be here and breathe. Don't push into anything to make it happen. Just let it be a release. And then you inhale and raise your legs up and bring your head back up. Now, bring your feet all the way together and walk your feet further away from your body. Lift your right leg up, tuck your left knee more in, and then cross your right leg across high up like mid-thigh. And then walk your left foot away and see if you can tuck your right foot behind your left calf or ankle for Garudasana. If you can't do that, don't worry. Both thighs roll in. Now you're going to exhale, bring your knees over to the left, keeping your right shoulder down. Inhale, you roll back to the center of your hips and buttocks. Exhale, you're rolling to the outside edge of your left foot, knees to the left, keep the right shoulder down. Inhale, you come back, take a breath. And then last time, exhale, you're on the outside edge of your left foot and hip, right shoulder stays down. Don't let your right shoulder pop up. Turn your head to the right. Your knees won't touch the ground. Be here and breathe. Now inhale, you raise your knees up, roll to the back of the buttocks and change the cross of your legs. Bring your right foot down, raise your left leg way up. Tuck your right knee in, cross your left leg over, so it's about mid-thigh, and then close the legs, roll the thighs in and press the top leg into the bottom leg. Move the right foot away so you can tuck the left foot under the ankle if possible, or calf. And then exhale, knees to the right. Keep the left shoulder down. It's just a little bit to the right. Don't be, and then inhale, come up. So the first time is easy. Second time, maybe you go down a little more. Third time, a little more. Exhale, knees to the right. Left shoulder stays down. See how it goes a little more the second time. So don't ever force it. First time. Inhale, you come up. And one more time. Exhale, you're on the outside edge of the right foot and hip, left shoulder's down, and you let your head look to the left and breathe here. Be here and breathe. So your head is looking opposite of your knees. And then inhale, you lift your knees up, roll back to the center of the sacrum, head back to neutral, uncross your legs, adjust your hips and knees. You can hug your knees in and roll a little side to side and walk your hips a little down, whatever you need to do. And then we'll rest in Shavasana, corpse pose. So you can take support if you like under your knees or head, or you can just be flat as you feel comfortable. If you want to put on your warm shirt or whatever, you can do that. Okay, so this is our final relax. And I'll turn out the lights here. So when you come into Shavasana, it's basically anatomical neutral if you're lying flat, right? So your feet and legs come a little apart, just enough so you can release your inner thighs, not too wide. Arms come a little away from the sides, so enough so that you're not squeezing your arms in, right? They come out, and the legs also come out a little bit of their sockets. Yeah. So you're finding space in your joints. Okay. Yeah. And then adjust your head and neck as needed and so on. Yes. And if you have glasses on, take them off. If you have an eye pillow, God bless you. If you don't, we have some here you can always use if you want. Okay. Audrey, just move your head and shoulders a little to the right because you're a little askew. Yeah, that's enough. That's more than enough. Good. That's enough. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then take some long, thin breaths, like we did in the beginning of class, right? So you inhaling for about 5 seconds, belly, ribs, chest expand. Exhaling for about 7 seconds, chest, upper back, ribs, belly, release. It's a slower, controlled release to lengthen the exhale. Long, thin breaths. Try to breathe through your nose if you're able. And then creating some space in your joints. Head up. Head up and down. A little something there, I think. Go ahead. Yep. Better? Yeah. Bring the awareness into the ankle joints. Create space. Sense the space. And allow there to be more sense of space in your ankle joints. And then your knee joints. Sense the space in the joints of your knees and allow there to be more space as you bring your awareness there and release anything that's gripping in that area. And the pelvic bowl, right? That's a big one, the big hinge of the body. So where your inner thighs meet the base of the pelvis, create space in the pelvic floor, relax the inner thighs, the outer hips, tailbone, sacrum, lower back, the pelvic joint, the big iliacus bones, sacroiliac joint, the pubic bone in the front, lower belly. Let there be space. Everything below the belly button, soft and spacious. And then between all the joints in the spinal column, from the tailbone to the base of the skull, can you create space? In the base of the skull, away from the top of the neck, can you create space? The 37 joints of the rib cage, where the ribs meet the back and the sternum, collarbones, and so on, create space where the shoulder blades meet the back, the shoulder joints, armpits, tops of the shoulders, outer shoulders, shoulder blades, collarbones, chest. It's all part of the shoulder, tops of the shoulders, right and left side of the neck, all part of the shoulder, into the ear and the jaw, the skull. There's joints in the skull, the jaw, the eyes, the face, the teeth, the tongue, the throat, the elbows, the wrists, the hands and feet, toes and fingers, space. Come into your heart center and allow the space of the heart to be open and free and expand front and back, side and side, up and down, in all directions, wide open and free. Bring back to your breath. Don't move your body, but move your breath. Of course, your body moves when you breathe, but don't move your fingers or toes or anything, but allow your breath to become more expansive and allow the sense of your breath to permeate all the parts of your body, coming out of your torso into your hips and shoulders, arms and legs, hands and feet, toes and fingers, up into the neck, the eyes, the brain. So there's awareness throughout your whole being, your skin, your flesh, your bones, and so on. When you're ready, if you like, you can wiggle your fingers and toes and rotate your ankles and wrists a little. When you're ready, you can bend your elbows, bring your hands on your navel or your upper abdomen and ribs, whichever feels better for you. And just pay attention to your abdominal breath here. As you inhale, the belly rises, and as you exhale, the belly falls. That's the diaphragm moving, which is the big breathing muscle. Observe that. When you're ready, you can bend your knees up one by one and bring your feet flat. Let your lower back release towards the mat. Let your lower abdomen release towards your lower back. Bring your hands down towards your lower abdomen and allow it to deflate and roll back and release and hollow and empty and soften and spread out on the back body. Let your lower back totally release down. Let it rock back. And then when you're ready, you'll roll over onto one side. You can rest your head on your upper arm or on your blanket. Bring your other arm across and rest that hand on the ground and be in the fetal position for a couple of breaths here. Relax your back. Don't harden your lower back, right? Round your lower back. We'll soften it. And on your whole spine. When you're ready to come up, you roll towards the ground, press your bottom arm down, use both arms and let your head curl up last and sit comfortably cross-legged or in any position that works for you. And we'll do our closing chant, Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be healthy, happy, and free from suffering. We'll do a call and response. Okay, so if you like, you can take the Namaste Mudra. Take a breath in and out in preparation. And all beings includes ourselves. Never forget that. We're not separate from all beings. We are part of all beings. Okay, inhale deeply for Om. Om. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. All together. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lift your heart. Bow your head once again to your heart and release your hands down to your thighs. Release your head from the base of your neck at the top of your shoulders. Soften the front of the throat, curl the tip of the chin in towards the notch at the clavicles without hardening the front of the throat. Release the muscles at the back of the neck. Relax the energy of the brain, eyes, and other senses down into your heart once again. With your eyes closed, throw your head up, ears over your shoulders, raise the gaze with the eyes closed. Take the eyes to the back of the head and drop down into the back of your heart. And expand in the back of your heart, the sides, the front, up and down, in all directions, connecting to space as wide and deep and far as you can go. And then let your eyes float open. Namaste.